On this video, I'm going to show you how to create a chimney if you wanted to. You could do it in Revit, but I'll be honest with you. I think it's going to be a lot harder to do it in Revit. You'd have to do what's called a mass and some other things, and it gets a lot more complicated, but it is possible. But I think in this case, since it's just more of a freestyle type of thing, we can do it, I think, a lot easier in AutoCAD. So let's say you wanted to do just a random chimney, I guess, like here on the roof. And there's so many ways of drawing it, but I'm just going to draw for now some line work, just like if you're drawing a 3D. And let's see, I'm going to go over to, I'm going to turn off my object snaps here, and then maybe like this. And I'm just kind of drawing it on that geometric plane. And you can kind of see where I'm starting the shape of it, okay? I won't need this line anymore, so I'm going to get rid of that. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to region this shape. REG is a region command, and then extrude this guy up to make that part of the chimney. Now, for now, it's still floating, so I need to kind of join it to the roof, or I can even move it down if I wanted to. And I'm going to move it from maybe this edge over to maybe this edge here, just to kind of move it down if I wanted to. Again, it really just depends on how you want the design to look. Now, to get it to come up to this one in Inventor, we can actually extrude it to a surface, but I'm not sure we can actually do that here. Let me look at that real quick. Yeah, I don't think I can. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, in this case, my press pull command. Press pull, and I'm going to select this surface here, and I'm going to press it pull and make sure it goes all the way into the roof at a minimum. Okay. Now, the only problem with that is, let me change this over to wireframe, is that it actually still goes through the roof. So we'll have this one, and we need to kind of end it at the roof. So what I'm going to do, copy, I'm going to copy, I like to do that. It's just a habit of mine. That way I can go back to the original if I ever needed to put it back. I'm going to copy it over here, so I can stay, and I can put the chimney back just so I can look at it. I'm going to go 2 feet over. That way I can see this one. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract from the chimney, subtract, enter the roof. And then that way you can kind of see how it cuts it out. The only problem though, is right now it's 2 separate pieces. So I'm going to go over to my 3D modeling workspace, which I'm already there now. And I'm going to use this command here called separate. It's on the home tab, separate. And then I select that one, and I just hit basically enter. And then it separates the 2 solids, because I really don't need this piece. This is the one that was inside the house. It's just this piece that I need. So then from here, since I moved the roof 2 feet over, I'm just going to erase this guy and then move this chimney back this way 2 feet. So I can look at that, and I'm going to go back over here and change that to shaded. You can kind of see where the chimney ends up being. Okay. And if you want to make it taller, you can always use the press pull command. That one works really, really cool. You can take different faces and make those taller, or you can even make that face and make it go shorter if you needed to. If it's too long for whatever reason, you can use that press pull command. That works really, really well. And then from here, just like you did on the last video, we're going to have to create this one as separate panels. So you would explode this guy, and let me turn on my shading so I can see this a little bit better. I can get rid of this one because I really don't need this one, and I can get rid of the one on the bottom. And then really it's just those 4 panels of the chimney that we would have to create. So from here we can just separate them, do the 3D align thing, flatten them out, and then that'll be part of the sheet that we're going to plot, because we need to 3D align, and I'm going to pick 3 points, doesn't really matter which ones, and then flatten them out. Okay, that way they're flat, and I did a horrible 3D align there. Sorry about that. Hoping you can do a better job, but you know what I'm talking about. We just need to 3D align the shape. 3D align the shape. Pick 3 corners, doesn't really matter which 3, and then just flatten them out. Okay, and then that way when it's flat, then I can start plotting it and putting on my sheet. I would highly recommend, I'm not sure what would happen if you plot it shaded, but I really would want to just go back to 2D wireframe. That way we're going to plot these, and then that's where we're going to add, make the 4 panels for the chimney. Oh, let me make another video on how to make a complex chimney.